guys, this is T-Rex here, bringing you some Ghost Recon's Phantom gameplay, Phantoms. It's a free-to-play game, published by Ubisoft. I've played it a little bit, and I have to say, I'm not particularly a big fan of the free-to-play model, simply because I feel, more so than not, it usually promotes a pay-to-win kind of, vibe, I guess you'd say. But so far, my experience with this game has been really great. We'll go ahead and start a match here. But yeah, no, even just playing with the starting guns, it's been a very fun experience. As you can see, it's a third-person shooter with a cover system, similar to Gears of War. It runs good, it plays good. So yeah, check it out. If I could get a hit on a guy. He must have some sort of shield. I can't really tell. I just started, so I'm still kind of picking up on things. Somebody got him. But yeah, weapons in this game are damage based, but they're not just, oh well, this gun does damage, this much damage, and when you hit people and get markers, you actually see where you hit them and how much damage you do per shot. So it's pretty cool. It adds kind of almost a Borderlands-y type feel to it. Oh, dang. Waka flocka. But yeah, here, I can show you right now. So this shows you where damage was taken. So I took a shot in the head, of course. But it wasn't the finishing kill. It was actually in the leg, ironically enough. And as you can see here, damage dealt to players. So yeah, you got your usual loadout, you got your primary gun. And what I like about the game is there's three classes. There's the scout, which is the sniper and submachine guns. There's assault, which is shotguns and assault rifles. Your M4s, M16s, all that sort. And then you have your support, which is LMGs and shotguns as well. And so I do like how it does switch it up a bit. So I like to snipe once in a while, but I also like to get down close personal with the SMG. And I like to be able to swap between. Now, one thing that I've noticed, and I'm not a big fan of it, but it's something that's, oh, nice. It's something that can be overlooked, is that you can't actually switch out various roles or classes, so you're stuck with only, per match, I should say, you're only stuck with that one when you lock it in. Pre-game, but being able to have both SMG and sniper rifle in this case, it does make for various gameplay. So if you can't adapt very well to a particular map, you can always switch out loadouts, gun loadouts. Of course, there's sidearms. You have also abilities that you unlock after playing a little bit. For the scout, I have gotten a radar, which basically shows everybody in the game, and then of course there's a stealth, which is a cloaking device. I have to say, I was a little wary of the over-the-shoulder view, being that it was a free-to-play game, I figured the quality would not be that great, but I have to say, it looks and plays really well. As well, graphically, it's pretty nice for a free-to-play game. I played Blacklight for some time, and it too actually was a pretty graphically nice game, but I have to say the player models in this game look very well for a free-to-play game, and I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of free-to-play because I feel it promotes pay-to-win in some aspects, and it seems as though you can buy other guns, that it doesn't make or break your experience. Oof, man, 2 and 4 doing pretty poorly this match. First match of the day, actually, but yeah, it's like I said, you gotta play it for yourself, but I personally think it's quite a bit of fun. So far, I've only seen one game mode and a handful of maps, which is okay. I mean, for a free-to-play game, you know, you're not gonna have that full AAA, you know, amount of content. But the game mode's fun. It's a domination game type, basically. You capture points, and rather than gaining points, you simply have to hold more points at the end of the match. And I think there's like 4 or 5 maps, maybe. Ooh, nice. Picked up a double right there. You know, they're all pretty, they vary in, aesthetics, how they look, things like that. So, you know, it does mix it up a little bit. They all provide, you know, good opportunities for cover, good choke points, things like that. Like, you know, of course, you got C here. Should have known. But yeah, you know, I'd like to see more game modes, but I like to actually I'd like to add that it's not just a death match, it's an actual objective based game mode, because I feel like some of the more modern shooters, mainly Call of Duty, offer objective gameplay, but really isn't much objective gameplay going on within that playlist. It's mostly just, oh, well, I can get the most XP or the most kills in this, so, you know, that's what I'm going for. And, you know, that can be fun, but when you're like me and you like to actually play the objective, and that's why you're in the playlist to begin with, you know, it tends to be annoying, so then you end up just sticking back to, you know, team deathmatch. So that's a plus side for those people that like to play objective-based games. See if we can't improve this KD a little bit. Yeah. Controls are really nice. It's pretty straightforward. You can switch viewing angles with Q, switch shoulders, aim down the sights with right mouse button, or you can just I wouldn't really say hip fire, but you know, aim like you normally would. Oh, every time that guy in there. One drawback, so you have 2 ordnance slots, which are grenades, flashbangs, anything thrown basically. And those are actually paid items, unfortunately. They don't cost a lot, and you can buy them with in-game currency, which you acquire through completing objectives or, you know, leveling up and things like that. But it did kind of bum me out, because that is a pretty key, essential thing to the game. You know, grenades are pretty important to a shooter game. So that was one thing that kind of threw me off a little bit. But oh dang. Switch back out to the sniper rifle and stick back a little bit.
Securing Charlie.
You got your pistol, you have a vest slot, a helmet slot, I guess you would say, squad support, field support,
overtime,
ordnance 1, 2, and this would be like your device slot, which I have scan set. So I'll let me get up here and I'll give you a quick preview of that.
Charlie.
So go ahead and activate that. And it does basically a sonar type scan. It shows where all enemies and friendlies are. One thing too that you'll notice on the reticle when you're scoped in or aiming down the sights, if you notice there's a critical percent. Of course, there's none with the sniper rifle without aiming down the sights, but you'll see when you aim your sights in a certain area for a set amount of time, see, of course if I sway too much it pops back out, blooms out. Get the jump on these guys. Ah, dang it. Again, same guy. Alright,
Securing Bravo.
You can join, so it automatically groups you into squads, similar to Battlefield, and you can apparently spawn on teammates, though I have not seen that happen yet, or the opportunity, I should say. That's another drawback to me. For a pretty good sized map in a game like this where you're capturing points, you can't spawn at capturing points. You can only spawn at your starting area, so that can be a bit of a nuisance, in my opinion. The maps aren't alarmingly large like, you'd see in a Battlefield game, but, oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that.
Device fully charged. Losing Bravo.
One thing I've noticed too, when you aim down the sights with like the pistol, there's no hand on it, which is no big deal. At first, it kind of threw me off. I mean, like I said, this isn't a AAA title, so you can't come into this expecting to have that AAA experience. The one thing I have to say, it is a lot better than I expected. I came into it thinking, well, it's gonna run kind of meh. It'll play okay, but it has actually been a much better experience than I anticipated, and I think that's what kept me playing. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. This is actually kind of fun. Figured, well, we can play a few matches and you'll notice guys with better gear. But even when I saw people with other guns, paid guns, of course, they, it wasn't like they had a super advantage over you.
Overtime.
And maybe it's the way the game tiers things, or you know what I mean? I don't know if it groups people of similar skill together, and most new players do not, probably will not purchase guns, but I mean, it's played well. It's played well. Nice. There we go. Oh no! Man, I don't know how he didn't know it kept me, to be honest. Ooh, got the assist at least. Man, that Sergeant Swaggles. He's not messing around. I got hit in the head twice. So yeah, that's the thing I like about the game. Of course, hitting in the head would be critical. But yeah, it plays like Borderlands in that, you hit and you have a chance to hit criticals to do more damage. So it's kind of cool. It's got that, like, shooter RPG element to it. So yeah, this game used to actually be Ghost Recon Online, and it was in a much poorer quality, and so I passed it up then. I saw some gameplay, and it looked fun, but I wasn't really impressed by it. And then, upon reading into it, I learned that Phantoms is actually not a reboot, but a remake, if you will, of the game. And it was reskinned, everything was updated, improved, and then they renamed it, of course, which is nice. If it was still named the same thing, not that the name matters, but people would look at it different. When they see a new name, they think a new game, a new experience, and I have to say, it's good fun. Try it for yourself. I'm gonna cut this one short. We got another round. It's 2 rounds, but it'll be quite long. So make sure to rate, comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'll post some more gameplay. So yeah.